How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Ranger Talk video. And today I have an extremely special guest beaming in straight from the 80s from a band most triumphant. It's Manuel Heller from Violet. Thank you so much for joining me, sir.
Of course, my pleasure.
How are you doing today?
Today I'm pretty calm. It's pretty bad weather over here.
Oh.
Had a very calm day, so everything's all right.
And where are you at? In Germany, right?
Of course, yes, in Germany, Stuttgart, like in near Stuttgart. And yes, well, the band is like split up in many parts in Germany, so I'm here alone because it's very, very difficult to put all of them together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So, just I guess first thing is how are you currently feeling? You have two singles have been released, and I know there's a third one coming, right? And then the album, but you're kind of right in the middle, like during the build-up phase, and everything's still to come. So, how's your mood? How are you feeling with the reception and everything so far?
My mood about this is very, very good because we didn't expect like that much positive and good feedback from all these guys around the world. Like we released the first single and it hit many, many thousands of views, and we were like, "What the fuck is happening?" This was incredible. This was incredible. And for the second single, it went even better, and I couldn't have wished for some better start. This was incredible, great, but I have to say, in the last days, I'm also a bit stressed, of course, because we are recording a video again for the third single. It's coming at the 7th of October.
Ooh, awesome.
With the video, and we are doing a bit more complicated video, let's say this, because we are recording on two different weekends, different scenes, and we think it will be very, very great, but it's pretty stressy, yes.
Yeah, that's so exciting. The band, really came on the scene and just, with such a big start. It's like you guys kind of came out of nowhere, taking the melodic rock AOR scene by storm. It's pretty wild.
As I said, this was very, very unexpected, like this reaction. We thought, okay, we will just release a single and then we will be okay with like 1,000 views or something. And so some friends of us listening to the stuff, and we would be very, very happy about this. But then, all right, it reached many, many more people than we thought.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, you guys have a really just unique sound. I think that was evident from the very first single, the authenticity of your sound with that 80s AOR.
Thank you so much.
And all of that. It really was quite incredible. And how did you all form up? How did the band form? How did you meet like such like-minded individuals to create this music?
Oh, how we formed this band. This is a this is a bit long story. Like if I could keep it a bit shorter, because well, in the beginning it was like two people. It was actually our keyboarder, Philip Kuzanski, and our bassist Erik Hanhardt, and they were searching for someone like for guitars and drums and singers and stuff, and they found me in the Rockfabrik in Ludwigsburg near Stuttgart. Maybe some people know this place. It closed 2 or 3 years ago, and they met me there, and they asked me if I want to play in a AOR band, and I didn't know what AOR is back in the day. And I was like, yes. I was like, yes, of course.
Yeah, okay,
Well,
sure.
why not? If you want this, of course. And yeah, we tried to do some stuff, and we were constantly searching for a singer. And in the beginning, it was meant that our bassist is gonna sing, but these
Oh,
plans were, well, they were changed because we got to know this our female singer actually, Jamie. We didn't know her before, but our label was introducing her
oh,
to us, and yeah, we became very, very, very close friends, luckily. And also, for the drummer, we had like two different drummers meant to play in this band, but both of them were not like fitting very, very good. So we were searching and searching, and after 2 years, 2 years of searching, we found
wow.
finally this guy we have now over Instagram, and yeah, now we are complete finally. And this was like for me the first time playing live with a band.
Oh,
Everyone
wow.
else of them already had experiences in this kind of stuff, but I didn't. But
Mhm.
I actually love it. Turns out, yeah, this is
That's
how
good.
we
So,
formed up.
you didn't know the AOR genre before, but so how do you feel about it now?
Ah, well, yes. Now I feel like this is my favorite genre because, well, I was starting to listen to Starship and Hearts,
Yeah.
Toto, this stuff when I got to know these people,
Mhm.
because they were like, what? You don't know Toto? You don't know the songs of Toto?" And I was like, "No, not much. Like some the typical radio
Yeah.
stuff,
Mhm.
Africa and blah." And they showed me some other things of them, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is Toto? Wow!" And now, like now in these days, I'm all the time listening to this stuff with parts and stuff. I found so many bands. Well, there's too much music out there,
Oh yeah.
many
Oh
things
yeah.
no one knows about some bands I love, and this is some bands I think they should have got more attention, like
Right.
there's
Yeah, that
so much
happens
stuff
sometimes.
in the underground scene of this genre, I think. Very good stuff.
Yeah, another thing that I find interesting too is like how you mentioned Africa by Toto, which, it's a phenomenal song, of course, but there's so many bands where sometimes they're only known by their radio songs. But if you
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
go and you listen to the albums, it's like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Like, you know what I
Yes,
mean? It's like,
exactly this.
yeah, yeah,
And
that
still,
happens so often.
still, I'm going through my playlist and think, okay, which song do I love? And then I click on the song, and then I'm listening to the whole album because maybe there's another gem to find.
Yeah, something
There's so
hidden in
much
there.
work to do.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So, who's the primary? How's the songwriting process working in the band?
Now lately, everything is done by me actually, because in the beginning we were trying to write songs, and we were like, oh my God, how do we write own songs? How's this working? And then there was this Corona thing,
Yeah.
lockdown, and I was sitting home alone for 2 weeks or something, and I
Right.
thought, okay, not okay, nothing is moving in the songwriting process, so why not trying to do it myself?
Mhm.
And well, it turned out pretty well.
I'd
Uh,
say.
since since till now, I'm writing almost every day new songs for, I don't know, we have already 2 or 3 albums ready, like the next ones.
Get out.
And actually,
Wow.
maybe you will like this fact. Sophie was one of the first songs I ever written.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
one
That's
of the first 3 or something. Yes,
that's incredible. The
thank you.
guy who did not know of the AOR genre at all,
Yes, exactly.
and then now here we are, and one of the first
Exactly.
songs he
Yes,
ever even wrote, it blows up, and it's like people
yes,
praising
yes,
it for like one
exactly.
of the most authentic '80s AOR songs ever. Wow, that's
And
remarkable.
I'm so like always very, very shocked, and I don't know how to react when people say, "Oh, this is so great, this is so fantastic." Like, Thank you. Thank you so much. I
I
don't
mean,
know what to say.
you're an
I'm just
AOR
overwhelmed.
genius. Yeah,
Thank you
you
so
just
much,
didn't
man.
even know.
It means a lot.
You just that's just so funny. What style of music did you play before?
Well, before, I was always interested in doing a glam metal band,
Okay,
or even a bit before, I always wanted to do thrash metal.
really?
Because yes, because I'm a very very big fan of thrash metal, like bands like Testament and
Mm,
I don't know, Anthrax and Metal Church, all this stuff. This is
yeah,
the stuff I was listening before, and but in general, I always listen to like every kind of music. But thrash metal was my passion back then.
yeah.
But then all of a sudden, oh look, a keyboard, great sound, and somehow I became more I became more interested in the pop, the 80s pop and the 80s AOR stuff.
Gotcha.
It's so interesting. Like it's the interesting arrangements and everything. This is what caught my ear. Let's say
Yeah.
this. I think.
That's so funny. You really had quite the journey over the last no pun intended with journey reference, but you really had quite the journey over the last 2 or 3 years musically,
Yes, yes,
a rediscovery
absolutely,
of yourself.
absolutely, yes. But I think it's a good thing because I think the more music you listen to, like if it's classical music or even electronic musical, modern pop, whatever, the more music you listen to, I think the more ideas you get to write music.
True.
Because if you just listen to one genre, then you are only you're stuck in this one specific genre, and I think it's a bit better to be a little open for everything.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course. So when you first kind of wrote some of these songs and presented them to the band, what was their reaction?
From the band, they were very excited about. Oh my God, we have a song.
We
This-
have something to play.
yes, yes, exactly. And but I have to say, like the songs you can hear now on the album, they got very, very, very much rearranged, especially by my dad. Actually, he was a producer and a sound engineer, and
Awesome.
he heard the songs and said, "Okay, this is great. We will do something with this." And we were spending around 1 year just to do the demo versions of these
Ooh,
songs,
wow. Yeah.
and then we were recording all of this again,
Yeah.
everything again. And so in the beginning, I was writing like Sophie or the other songs. They were just out of keyboards. It was keyboards, 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 more
Yeah.
keyboards upon it, everything full of keyboards,
Just the
almost no
melodies
guitar.
and all that.
Yes, exactly, because I didn't know how to do this. And yes, we had to rearrange very, very much. And then the band, like in the process, we were all a bit, okay, is this going in the direction we wanted? But in the end, trust the process. It became something fantastic. We are
Yeah.
so happy with this product. It's incredible.
Yeah. Wow. The music is so great, the keyboards and everything, just the songwriting. And then also which, is something special right there. But, I feel like there's the two special ingredients that really make Violet stand out, which is the music and the songwriting and the melody. And then Jamie's vocals are just really, really great. How did you all feel when, I guess she joined the band and started singing the songs? What was that like?
Oh yeah, I can remember a special moment when we got to know her. Actually, we were sitting on a table at a bar, um, and we were listening to something from Heart,
Yeah.
since Ann Wilson is like one of my favorite singers of all time. We were just listening to this, and then she started singing, and I thought, yes, we need this voice. We absolutely need her. We absolutely need this because I think she sounds like so like very original, but
Yeah.
also has like some touch of a young Ann Wilson, also Samantha Fox. and heard her singing, and I was like, okay, we need this. This is a fact.
Yeah, her voice is very fresh, you know, in the genre, and really has that sound and even the attitude, you know, of some of those classic female vocalists in the
Yeah,
genre
exactly,
back in the
exactly.
80s. You know, it's like wild.
This is what we thought. We heard her and we thought, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the deal.
You know, another thing that I want to say too is all of you guys have the look down
Oh, thank you.
perfectly.
Glad to hear this.
It's insane. Like in the music video, even the video is so authentic that I was watching it, and I even think I mentioned in my reaction to Sophie that I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
yeah.
double check and make sure this isn't some kind of reissue or some long lost like 80s song just, you know, suddenly appearing on the internet. That this is
Hmm.
like actually modern because you guys look the part, you sound the part, you act the part. The video looked, you know, so 80s. It's nuts. How do you pull all that
Yeah,
off?
this thing with the video. You There's a thing almost no one knows. In the video we had like it was very spontaneous that we did this video because it didn't have any certain plan or something.
Yeah.
We wanted to do a rehearsal, and I thought, hey, why not shooting the Sophie video today? Shouldn't take that long, you know. And I brought like a lamp out of my living room here to
Yeah.
the rehearsal room, so we could like do the light spots on the keyboard, on the guitar, and everything.
Yeah.
It was a lamp out of my living room, and we were filming like all of these videos, like also the next one with a very old camera, like from end 90s, I think, like a camcorder.
Yeah.
So it has
Perfect.
like this
The grainy
distorted,
look.
yeah, exactly, this distorted look. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? This old and
Yeah.
destroyed,
Vintage.
but yeah, exactly. And we spent the whole night from 20 in the evening till 6 in the morning, and we're in the studio like doing all these videos
Oh
and these
my
shots, and then I was trying to like put all this stuff together to do the music video. I'm not a I don't know, I'm not a pro in this stuff because I didn't do this before,
God.
video editing. I was always more in the sound direction.
Yeah.
And then I had to do this video, and I was sitting there like, okay, what will I do now with all these snippets?
Yeah.
But yes, I was sitting there for 2 nights or something, and then it became something pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
again, it just looks so authentic the way that you guys are acting, and then even some of
Thank
the
you very much.
transitions. Like I know there's that one shot where Jamie's like, there's like five squares, you know, that kind of pop up, and you know, all these just kind of classic. You know, it just
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me because I didn't know what to think of this video. Like, okay, I think it's good, but I thought, okay, how will the people react to this? Will
yeah,
they find this authentic, or will they find this? Hmm, I didn't know, but I'm very glad to hear this stuff when people say, "Oh, this video is so good," and I'm like, "Ah, thanks to the lamp in my living room," you know.
that's the true star of the
Exactly.
video.
If you would see us behind the scene, like holding the lamp up
Oh my
there and
gosh.
doing like very strange movements in the background while we
Yeah.
were filming this, like this was exhausting.
Oh, I bet. But you all look
But we
like you were
had,
having so much fun
yeah,
though.
we had very much fun while doing this. Of course, every video shooting is exhausting in some way, but it's also it's so much fun. Like you do so many new experiences, and you have to be creative to build the scenes. And
Yeah.
I do this very. I'm happy to do this stuff. Actually, yes.
Well, that's good because that way we know that there'll be more and you're not like tired of it already.
No, absolutely not. I'm even looking forward to new videos because yeah, it's a challenge. Let's
Yeah.
say it's a challenge.
And so you said you guys just spontaneously filmed the video that night. So you mean everyone dresses that way, just like normally? They didn't like have special wardrobe just for the video?
How, yeah, not that spontaneously, but it was like the same day or the day before. Somehow we said, okay, maybe let's film some scenes tomorrow at the rehearsal. So
Yeah.
just dress in a like a fitting way a bit,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
yeah, dress dress good, look good,
Yeah.
and then we will see what we can do. And then spontaneously we did the whole video, and yeah, we were in this flow. We just did one rehearsal of all the songs very quick, and then we started immediately doing the shots. And yeah, yeah, but it's turned very good for
Yeah.
being that spontaneous. Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't sure how much you guys just like lived 80s, like if you're just like that every day, if you guys dress like that and act like that every day, or
Yes, yes, yes. This is something we. This is a question we hear very
I
often on the
bet.
street, on the streets everywhere, clubs, and wherever we go. The people are asking, "Are you walking around like this every day, or do this
That's what
just
I
for this
pictured.
party?" Or, and yes, we do this every day actually. Like we try. If I'm working and I have to like to tie my hair,
Right.
of course I will tie my hair. But everyday life, I'm always looking like this. Yes, because I think we all feel comfortable in this look.
Wow. So people can know it. You guys are truly, you don't just seem authentic in the video. You guys truly are living that the lifestyle. That's so cool.
Yes, I would say something like this. Yes.
That's so
Thank you so
cool.
much.
Um, so, the first single, Sophie, who's Sophie? I have to ask.
Ah, yes, this is actually a good question. It's a friend of mine actually.
Oh, she's
Um,
famous now.
yeah, exactly. I always when someone said like Samantha Fox was liking today our cover of her song,
Yeah.
and always when this stuff happens, when something happens, like someone once someone said something great about this video, I always text her like, "Hey, look at this." So Sophie's going around the world, and
Yeah.
she's I think she's very happy about this.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, how does she feel about all that?
I think she feels good about this. I hope so. I hope.
I bet she tells people, she's probably like, "Oh, you guys know that song Sophie that by Violet? That's me, guys. Did you know?" That's what I would be like. I'd be like, "Yo, that's me."
Yes, my next song will be called "The Power Metal Ranger."
Oh yes. Perfect. No, that's so funny. And then I was gonna ask, the second single you released, Do Ya by Samantha
Yes.
Fox. How did you decide for that to be the song that you were gonna cover?
Yes, we were like our label like giving us a like said, hey, it would be cool, it would be good for the band. I think that if you cover something
Yeah.
like a song someone knows. But I was like, I don't like covers very much, like especially out of the 80s, because I think the songs from there are perfect as they are. And but well, we had to do a cover, and we thought about maybe Samantha Fox because Jamie is sounding like her
Mhm.
very much, I think. And first, we wanted to cover "I Surrender to the Spirit of the Night" by Samantha Fox,
Yeah.
because it's not like the most famous song, but it's also not known. But
Right.
then I always thought, no, this is not what we should do, because I thought, no, this is good as it is. And then there was this other option. My dad was bringing it up. Yeah, we could do this song, Do Ya, Wanna Please Me? And I didn't know the song to this state. So I was like, okay, what is this song? We were listening to this in the car. He showed me, and I was like, okay, definitely this one. Not I Surrender, we will Do Ya. If we do something, then we Do Ya, because yeah, it has a great riff. It's going forward, it's
Yeah.
straight in the face, and yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, and it works. So
Oh,
yeah, that sounds great. Did you ever think you would have Samantha Fox liking a song that you or a cover that you did?
Like we, I saw this this evening actually, like
Yeah.
4 hours
I
ago.
know I saw on
Um,
Instagram it was I was like, wow, look at
yeah,
that.
exactly. Exactly, yes. I saw on Facebook it was a like from Samantha Fox. Is this the real Samantha Fox? And yes, she is. This is an honor, actually,
Yeah,
very much.
incredible. How cool. So there's so the new album Illusions. Um,
Yes,
why is there a particular reason the album's called Illusions? I mean, is it kind of like
let's see.
because you gave me when I first, and I think a lot of people saw Sophie and listened to it, you gave us the illusion that this was an 80s song.
Yes, yes. I wanted it to sound classy for the 80s, you know. Illusions could be the name of some album in the 80s.
Yeah,
It's so like it's something you could think of. Like you see some album from the 80s and think, okay, Illusions, yes, it fits.
yeah. And you
It's
see like
very
the neon and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
yeah, it sounds original, let's say, like for the time. Even though
yeah,
we're in 2022 now, uh, it sounds like an album could could have been called in the 80s, you know.
yeah.
And also, yes, the illusion of us being from the 80s, but we're not.
Right.
So yeah, exactly.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
we were thinking a lot about this, about the name for the album. We were sitting around like in a circle, all of us, and we were thinking like, how could we call this album? It was very difficult, but we came up with this.
And speaking of names, I guess the band
Hmm.
name Violet. Where did that
Yes,
come from?
Violet. Yes, this came from we wanted something short, so you can it's staying in your mind.
Yeah.
And also we think violet, the color itself,
Hmm.
it's like a mixture out of more extreme colors. You know, I think the color violet is more calm,
Hmm.
a bit more, yeah, calm. It's very calm color, and I think it's very decent. And I
Yeah.
think this is describing our sound as well, because we wanted to sound very decent, like as it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a
yeah,
classy color too. It
yeah,
looks
yeah,
nice. It's
it's a
pleasing.
classic color, and it sounds not aggressive, not too calm. It sounds very
Yeah.
okay. Here we are, but that's it.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the
Yeah.
80s. It's like you're just the AOR, you're cruising down the highway listening to some, AOR 80s music, and it's just you're just chilling, having a good time.
Yes, this is yeah, this is also a thing because in this AOR scene,
Yeah.
there's some things which are very heavy, and there's many things like ballads and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is this is what I meant with like aggressive color and calm color. If you
Yeah.
mix this stuff, you come to a violet. This is it's not saying we're aggressive. It's not saying that we are just making ballads. It's
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah.
Very cool. So eh, there's 9 tracks on the album, right?
Hmm.
One of them is the cover, and then 8 original songs. So we've
Exactly.
heard 2 now, one original, Sophie, and then the cover. What other kind of what else can we expect from the album sound wise? Very similar to Sophie. A diversity? Is there a ballad? Anything you can give us
This is
a little?
this is something we would say is something special about the album. It's that there's for everyone there's something because there's some ballad, some power ballad, some more heavy track, some
Yeah,
pop track. You know, everything. Like it's a mixture of everything, and I think everyone will find his own track on this album. So we have a very much diversity. Yes.
awesome. What's your favorite track?
Oof. That's a hard one. Yeah, my favorite track, it will come out on the album,
Okay.
with the album. It's called Burning May, and we all think that this will be is the best track on the album.
Okay.
So I'm speaking for the band now, and we can't wait to release this song because I think this will this will be it. Since
Wow.
when we now played live, we think this is also the most like the it's very difficult to play this song live, and we did this already, and the people in the crowd were even starting crying. And when I heard about this, I was so honored to hear this.
Wow.
Like, imagine someone is crying because of a song of by yourself. It's
They're so moved.
yes, and I hope that this is gonna touch more people. This was like my goal when I was starting doing music because I always wanted like people to listen to my music in certain in moods, when they're happy, when they're sad.
Yeah.
It I thought it doesn't have to be like 5 million people listening to this. It's enough that it's maybe 100 people, but they are listening to my music. They want to listen to my music when they're sad, when they're happy, when they want to party. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This was my first goal when I was writing music.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So the album comes out November 18th, right?
Yes, exactly.
So between now and then, are you going to do some more live shows, or are there plans for more extensive touring after release, or how's that work?
Yeah, yeah, we wanted to do more concerts before the release party. We will have a release party also
Wow.
at the 18th of November, and there we will play the whole album from start to
Yeah.
end. And we wanted to do some concerts before again, but probably it won't happen because that every one of us has time. It's very difficult because we're living in different places,
Yeah.
like from Nuremberg, Nürburgring. Maybe you know this, like for the race stuff.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah.
yeah, Nürburgring it's called.
Okay.
And Stuttgart, like it's many places around Germany, and it's
Okay.
very hard like to meet up for rehearsals.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to be prepared for live shows. So the next one will be at the release party at our release date, and afterwards we will play the Heat Festival in Ludwigsburg with other AOR bands like Skagerrak.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So we are very much looking forward to this festival because
Yeah.
this would be a chance because there will be many people from all around the world, and yeah,
Awesome.
exactly.
Big audience.
Yeah, but for the tour, you mentioned tour
Yeah.
stuff, and this is now it's still a problem because two of our band they're still going to school,
Oh, okay.
doing their final exams and stuff
Yeah.
till the middle of next year. So we can't go on tour now. We had one or two offers, but we couldn't take it
Wow,
because
that's crazy though. You already had one or two offers for a tour, and you've
yes,
only released
yes, I
two
know.
songs.
I think we will get another offer next
I
year. I
bet.
hope so
I
because
bet.
I would love to tour now, but if we don't have time, what can I do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep writing albums.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
next year we have 6 albums ready.
By the time you get to tour, you'll be able to play like 3 albums from start to finish.
Yeah, actually, I want to play some new songs also, but we will keep them back maybe for a while,
Yeah.
so they're not getting old,
Yeah.
because if we play them now and then in 2 years there or in 1.5 years there comes the next album or something, then everyone knows this already, and
It's like, oh, we're just
this
getting the
is
same stuff.
it's a hard decision if to play
Yeah,
them or
but
not,
you're just so excited. You want to play all this other material, but the
Yes,
first album's not even
absolutely.
out yet. Oh, wow. I bet you the second album, you're probably going to have like 20 tracks on there.
You have no idea. I was already like thinking about, okay, how could be the track list for the next album already?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this song and this song and this song. Ah, this one is important. This one is important. Ah, this has to be on the album. Ah, this one also. This has to be on the album. Definitely this one. This one can't. This is not. We can't miss this. This has to be on the album. And then I'm sitting in front of a list of 15 or 20 tracks. Nothing. Ah, okay.
Ah,
This will be hard to decide
yeah.
which one we will release earlier and which one the next album.
Wow.
Ah, this
Well,
is
it's
the
exciting
problem, yeah.
stuff. It's good to it's really cool to know, you know, those of us who already love the first two singles, to know that we have the album to look forward to in November, and then beyond that, there's already material.
Of
There
course,
should be
yes,
more to come after. So
the work goes on and on and on.
yes, so that's very exciting news. That's great to know.
After, you know, after the project is before the project.
Yeah. Oh, so it's super exciting. It's so cool to hear the backstory and behind some of this stuff, and how you've really become this AOR songwriting prodigy in like 2 years. So that's really cool. And now you're like a machine, you can't stop. So yeah, and everybody in the
Oh,
band, it seems like
you
y'all
know,
get
you don't know if their songs will be good, so huh? There are many songs, but you don't know if they're good yet.
right. Well, I think you have our faith already, just based off of Sophie. So
Thank
I
you.
think we all trust you already. So,
Thank you so much.
but yeah, so cool. I love how you guys all kind of get together, and the songs are so authentic and so and catchy and fun, and Jamie's voice, and you guys really have all these special ingredients. You know, I really wish you the best. I'm excited, you know, for this new album to come out. I'm sure, I know I'm not the only one. And yeah, I just really look forward to your future and everything. And thank you so
Oh
much for
yes,
taking the time to talk with me. I just really appreciate it.
I appreciate it, of course. Uh, well, I never had an interview, so this one was my first.
Oh, how about
So
that? How
thank you
cool.
very much. Isn't it's a new experience? It's very hard to like give answers when the questions are here. You're like, okay, now I have to do a perfect sentence. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's cool. Thank you so much for interviewing.
No, thank you truly for taking the time. And so yeah, there you have it, folks. As Manuel Heller of Violet, thank you again. You know, talking about everything about the band and the upcoming album, November 18th. Violet's debut album, Illusions, comes out. So look forward to that. Check out the singles, Sophie, and then their cover of Samantha Fox's Do You Do You. I'm gonna put a link to those videos in the description below, as well as all of the information for Violet, the social media, all that kind of stuff. Go follow them, see what they're up to, all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's what I got for you folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Comment
Thank you
down
so much
below.
for listening.
Yes, comment down below how excited you are for the new album. Let us know what you thought of the Sophie and the cover of Do You Do Ya. You know, let's talk about it in the comments, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger, out.